Good morning, students of level 6 of Falcon House Grammar School Campus 9. This is Mashal here, and today we're basically going to be reviewing the chapter that we have done. This is chapter number 4, called the Earth's landform. Okay, it basically starts on page number 36. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a brief review about it. All right, now when you look at the first page, page number 36, you can actually see that it asks what causes landforms to be formed. Now when you see the earth, you can see there's a variation into the kind of landform there are. For example, there are flatlands. In Karachi you can see there's a flatland, but if you go to northern areas, you can actually see that the landscape is very it's a very mountainous landscape. There are mountains, there are hills, there are valleys, there are ridges, all of these. So what causes a change in this landscape? That is what we're going to do. We are told that there are multiple reasons for it. So first of all, we're going to talk about what causes mountains, or what causes mountains. What makes mountains. So we are first of all told what is a mountain. Mountain is a steep piece of land that rises above the land in a very steep slope. Okay, it has to be more than 600 meters. Now, why or how are mountains formed? We are told that, well, Earth's crust is not a singular piece. Okay, it's basically divided or broken up into multiple pieces, and every now and then they're colliding with one another. They're squeezing against one another through extreme pressure. Now, once they squeeze into each other with extreme pressure, they start to buckle up, or they start to rise above the ground. Okay, and they slowly, by doing this, they actually become mountains. Now this takes millions of years. This process takes millions of years to form, and but this is how basically the greatest, basically the biggest mountains in the world were formed. This process is known as folding. Okay, now the mountain itself may not occur alone. Okay, a whole mountain range can be formed through the process of folding, and we have multiple mountain ranges which were basically formed through the process of folding. They are known as Himalayan mountains. In Asia, this is perhaps the biggest mountain range, or in fact the highest mountain range in the world. Now Himalayan mountains also falls into Pakistan. Okay, so there's also Alps in Europe, Andes in South America, Rockies in North America, and Urals in Russia as well. Now, all these were basically mountain ranges in the world, and most of them were basically formed through the process of folding. The biggest mountain in the world, Mount Everest, is also an example of fold mountain. Okay, now then again, we are also confirmed that fold mountains are created due to compressional forces. Compressional forces, below are given, when you look at page number 37, below are given three pictures, 1, 2 and 3. This is basically shows how a mountain is made through the process of folding. Okay, so it gives you a clear idea how mountains are formed. Now we are also told mountains can be formed through other ways as well, such as when volcanoes erupt. Okay, well, volcanoes erupt, multiple layers of magma can be piled onto one another, and that is how a mountain can be formed. Also, another way that you can basically have a mountain created is basically through, we had another example. No, this is perhaps the only example that we have of how mountains are formed. Now you guys know how volcanoes erupt, right? Volcanoes are basically found in the magma, in the inner core, basically in the innermost part of the earth, and there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of heat pressure inside, and they actually want to get out of that place, and they emerge through cracks. Okay, whenever there's a hole in the earth's surface, it emerges through that. So and slowly when it erupts, okay, the magma cools down after a considerable time period, and slowly after continuous eruptions, it begins to form a mountain. So that is also one way a mountain can be formed. Now when you look at page number 38, we actually see a hill. Well, what is a hill? Hills are basically an elevation, or it's basically a smaller example, or a smaller version of a mountain. They're not more than 600 meters high. They are less than that. How are they formed? Well, there are multiple ways through a hill, through which a hill can be formed. Okay, we are told that it can be formed by rock debris. Okay, and by sand deposited by glaciers and winds. It can also be formed by erosion of a mountain. Through wind, through water. Most of the soil, most of the debris can be eroded, and what will be left will be a small hill. Also, a hill can be formed when successive layers of magma cool and solidify. When volcanoes erupt, the magma can cool off after a considerable period of time, and that is also how a hill can be formed. Okay, now hills are usually found in low mountain valleys, plains, and sometimes even your backyard. You can actually see hills in all sorts of places. They're actually not that elevated. You must have seen that. You must have seen them in your area. If not your area, then when you're moving from one place to another, like when you're moving from one city to another. All right, this is it. We'll be continuing the rest of it from the next video. I hope you've understood it. Again, if you have any questions, you can always get back to me. All right, take care, everyone. Allah Hafiz.